It's a beautiful day here at Oakley. I am walking along the backside of the facility along the Arkansas River here. Can't beat it. Been in town for a few days. Getting some equipment taken off the truck. Go back to my previous video. I'm getting my blower removed so I can go home, trade this truck, and come back next week and have it reinstalled. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to upgrading my equipment and having reliable work because of my truck. So that's going to be awesome. Hey, that's not what this is about. I haven't done one of these videos in a while. What's the bad at Bruce Oakley? Okay? Do they suck? Or don't they suck? Oh, gosh. They don't suck. They're good people. What's the bad at Bruce Oakley? Well, if you're a clean freak like I am, and you don't like to get dirty, I don't necessarily like to get dirty. And I like to keep my truck really shiny and clean, like many people do here. And I like to keep the inside nice and clean, my floor mats and everything. Well, guess what? You're going to get dirty. Your truck is going to get dirty. Outside, inside. Your floor mats are going to get dirty. It's just going to happen. There is nothing you can do to stop it. The nature of the work that we do in the bulk world involves getting into the mud, some off-road situations. No, and I haven't had to go 10 miles up a mountain. But when you pull into some of these clay yards or facilities, you're going to get off some paved surfaces and get out in some dirt. If it's raining and filthy, well, guess what? Your truck and you are going to be wet and dirty. That sucks. I can't stand it. But just off to the next blue beacon. Get out of here, bee. Such a nice Sunday in January, the bees are out. You're just going to be off to the next blue beacon or truck wash to get it cleaned up. And the other thing that kind of stinks about that, I couldn't tell you. I'm going to come over here and lean against a guardrail, stand on this pallet. I couldn't tell you the number of times that I had my truck washed. Here we go. That I had my truck washed in the morning or at night, went straight to a location to pick up, and in a matter of 2 hours, my truck went from being truck wash clean to absolutely disgusting. And I'm like, oh my God, well, there goes $55. You know, and you count the trailer, it's $100. I'm like, well, I just pissed away $100. That happens. That's one of the bad things about Oakley. I don't like that. But don't blame Oakley. It's the business we're in. This is the bulk world. So it's the niche in which we operate. What's something else that's bad about Oakley? I don't know if it's bad. Okay. I think it's a good thing personally, but they are very picky about safety, which is a good thing. But they're very picky about how they let you run your e-logs as far as things like personal conveyance, getting fuel, pre-trips, stuff like that. And I'll give you examples. Like many companies, there's minimums that they have you do for certain things. Fuel, 15 minutes. Pre-trip, 15 minutes. Personal conveyance. You're allowed 50 miles in a 24-hour period, calendar day, and 1 hour of personal conveyance driving. The law says that you can take your truck and go home. Oakley says you can't. There's things that you cannot do at Oakley with personal conveyance that are a little bit contrary to what the CFR says, but that is their corporate policy that they've put into place. That's how they want us to operate. That's what they want us to do or not do. And we're basically kind of stuck living with that. So it is what it is. So that's one of the things that's maybe not so great about Oakley. But hey, if that's one of the biggest things I have to worry about is personal conveyance, I've got a lot bigger things that I can worry about. And again, the safety department is very picky and very specific. And I'm glad they are. There's no room for error when it comes to safety, especially in this very litigious society that we're in. The society we live in, as we all know, file a lawsuit at the drop of a hat. And unfortunately, companies have to, they have to operate around that. And they have to think about that when it comes to things. It's sad but true. So that's one of the things that, some people might not like about Oakley. What else about Oakley? Well, I've said this to you guys before. The shave and haircut policy. You're allowed to have a mustache at Oakley, but you can't have goatees and a beard. A lot of guys don't like that. Am I saying that I completely agree with it? I don't know. I don't really care. I had a beard for a long time. Back when I was a scary biker guy in the Leathernecks Nation Motorcycle Club, when we were all bouncing around on our Harleys, which I've sold off all of my Harley Davidsons. I don't have a motorcycle anymore. But back in the day, I had a big bushy beard and I was looking all biker. And truthfully, I don't miss it. I don't care. Big bushy beard, goatee. Doesn't matter to me. Some guys, it's very important. Okay? They don't want to shave. They don't want to do this. They don't like it. And they don't come here to work. And they consider that to be a bad thing. So you might consider that to be one of the not so great things about Bruce Oakley. But they've always had that rule. It's always been there. The shave policy and, haircut policy goes all the way back to Bruce that founded this, Bruce Oakley, in the very beginning. And it's held true with his son Dennis and his grandson Justin to this day. And to this day, they still require it. So, take it or leave it. You might consider that to be a bad thing. What else about Oakley is bad? Well, you have to run heavy. Can't run around grossing 70,000 pounds all the time, 60,000 pounds. You might have some loads. Say you get shredded aluminum if you're running end dump. Might be that. We do get some loads in the pneumatic, but I'm only grossing about 60,000 pounds, a very light, fluffy product that doesn't weigh anything, but they're rare. Most of your loads here are going to be 78 to 80,000 gross. And some people don't like that. They don't want to run that heavy. It's hard on your truck at times, obviously. Tires, things of that nature. And they'd much rather run light. I get it. But then again, Oakley pays well. The mileage rates that Oakley compensates us with are very good. I think right now with the fuel surcharge, I'm 266 loaded and 216 empty on my mileage. So that's really great. As I told you guys before, my overall net is 202 a mile. I can't complain about that. So 266 loaded, 216 empty. 202 overall net on all my miles, and that's fine with me, especially when it comes to loader going by here. That young man is loading the trucks in the big white silos today. So those are the folks that go over to Bauxite, Arkansas, to Almatis and whatnot. That's 7 days a week. But long short, a lot of people don't like running heavy. Well, Oakley compensates us pretty well to run heavy. Let's see another one. What's so bad about Oakley? Now, some people might consider deadhead miles to be bad because our bonus is paid according to loaded miles. My ratio is 60-40 to 70-30 on average. Let's just say 65-35. I just put up a numbers video a few days back for the end of the year, and I was 63-37, 63% loaded to 37% empty. Now, that 37% empty doesn't give me any mileage on my annual bonus, but by the same token, I'm also getting 8+ miles to the gallon when I'm running empty, so I really appreciate that. As far as economy and revenue to the truck, profit. So some guys may not like the empty miles. But hey, you know what? I'm sure that no matter what company you're at, you're probably going to be around that ratio, 70-30-ish from a loaded to empty ratio on your overall mileage. So that may be a bad. Some people may not like that. Oh, golly. Dispatch. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about my dispatch. Okay? Jerry has been wonderful. Just been great. I had Kyle previous to him when I was in N-Dump. Great. Just great. I've been very blessed. I can't say anything bad. I have been treated with nothing but respect here at Oakley. My dispatchers have done a great job of accommodating what I needed, working with me, getting me home when I needed to get home, covering a load if I broke down, which unfortunately I have. Go to my previous videos, guys. You'll see I'm trading my truck and moving on to a different truck. And dispatch is great. I don't have anything bad to say about them. There are some men that I've talked to over time that had some conflict with their dispatcher. And, you know, they've had to go through some resolution to kind of get things where they needed it to be. Is that bad? I don't know. This is life. You're always, at some point, going to have some form of conflict here and there. You know, we're human beings. And nothing is ever going to go as smoothly as it could possibly go. I'm very fortunate that my experience has been that way, but I also would say that that's the anomaly, not the norm. I think that the dispatchers here, for the most part, do everything they can to work with the owner-operators, get them what they need, get them the miles they need, get them home, and things of that nature. It doesn't do the dispatcher any good to withhold, hold back, or anything like that, because they get compensated off of our compensation. What do I mean by that? The way that they get paid, the way Oakley structures their pay, it's off a pool of trailers. So the dispatcher manages a pool of trailers, and then out of that pool, he gets the revenue off of those trailers, pays the owner-operators out of that revenue, and then Oakley and them have a formula for what they get out of what's left. I don't get involved in it. I don't know all the particulars, but that's basically the gist of it. So for that dispatcher to not run you and not dispatch you and not keep that trailer that's behind you that Oakley's not charging you for, let me tell you this. I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, Oakley has generated a price structure into us using that trailer for free, whether it's in our mileage being a little bit lower or something else. Okay, that trailer isn't completely free. But we're not paying a fee for that trailer. There's nothing crazy about it. We're compensated fairly. Okay, and so I don't really get spun about that. Be like, oh, no, there's no free lunch. There's no free lunch, but it's nothing stupid. The dispatchers, back to my point, get paid off of that pool of trailers. So for that trailer that's behind me that Oakley's not charging me a fee for, it does the dispatcher no good to leave that trailer empty or minimize it. Just to what? Be petty with me? He's cutting his own throat. It's kind of stupid. So they don't do that. I don't really see it. But there will be conflict at times. There might be a point in time where you may not agree with what your dispatcher has you doing, and you're going to have some conflict, and you're going to have to talk about it. But that's where we men step up to the plate, be civil, be productive, and professionally discuss your discrepancy. And in turn, hopefully that dispatcher does the same. Simple as that. Leads me to another thing. The bad at Bruce Oakley. I get the question at times, is it forced dispatch? I'm not going to say it's forced dispatch. You can refuse a load, but I would have to say that if you continually rejected loads that were sent your way, you're going to have a problem. And you're probably going to get called and asked, hey man, we're sending you loads and you keep kicking them back. What's going on? And if you continue to do that, it's probably likely that you wouldn't be at Oakley very long. Why do I say that? No, it's not forced dispatch, but they do plan and route you and assign you loads. I personally don't care. Send me wherever. Don't make a difference to me. I could care less. You know, eventually I'll get out of something that's bad and work into something good. It's good and bad. You know, it all works itself out. But the other part of that, and a lot of guys fail to realize this, is that the dispatcher has a plan. You know, I know Jerry is thinking ahead for me if I need to be home. And if I go and start kicking back loads, I'm upsetting the apple cart. And in most cases, it's going to be detrimental to me. So I just go with the flow. A lot of guys don't like that. They want to be able to pick and choose from a pool of loads. I mean, kind of like Landstar, I guess, if you work for a Landstar Ranger. And they want to be able to do that. And I hear a jet going into Little Rock. The airport is right over there on the other side of those trees. But they want to be able to pick from a pool of loads and choose what they want. I get that. You know, we like to know what we're doing and have some say in that process. But here, you don't really get a whole lot of say in that. And some guys don't like that. I get it. I understand. But that might be a bad at Oakley, but to me, it's not that big a deal. I'm making money. I'm happy here. They're keeping me busy. I'm profitable. That's all that matters. Let's see. What else? Pneumatics. Some guys don't like in pneumatics that you have to be out for a couple of weeks. Now, something I'm going to tell you guys. I've seen on the Facebook page and different things, these guys spouting off on there. Yeah, pneumatics, you got to stay out for weeks at a time. No, you don't. Even on the website, it says that they would like for you to be out for 10 to 14 days before you go home. 10 to 14 days. That's what it says. I have reverted back to going home every other weekend for 3 days. I leave on Tuesday. I get home a week later on Friday. It's 11 days. 10 nights, 11 days. I'm home for, 4 nights? So, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 days. And then I'm home Saturday, Sunday, Monday, back out Tuesday, home for 3.5 days, depending on what time I get home on Friday. Could be Friday morning, could be Friday evening. Doesn't matter. Depends on where I get empty and where I got to come in from. I don't catch any crap for that. It's fine. Okay, I keep it reasonable. It is what it is. So, some guys don't like that, though. They want to be home every single weekend. Well, I'd like to do pneumatics, but I want to be home every single weekend. Well, I don't think that's probably going to work out too well. But it could, depending on where you live. If they've got something going through there all the time, you could probably be home every weekend. But where I live up in Ohio, I don't have that luxury. It's every other weekend, and I don't ever catch any crap for it. Okay, I told Jerry, look, I want to revert back to being home every other weekend because personally, guys, I have physical therapy every other Monday for injuries and physical crap stemming from the military. I ain't getting any younger. And I need to get back every couple of weeks to do that because if not, I'm going to end up having to have surgery on my neck down the road, and I don't want to have that. And if I continue with therapy every other week, I can hold that off indefinitely. So I have things that I have to take care of, and I have to be home. And they're fine with it. I don't catch any crap. Some guys may not like that. That, you got to be out for weeks at a time. Well, 2 weeks. Maybe you don't like that. Fine, then. Okay, it is what it is. I get it. What else? I really can't think of anything else. I really can't. The driver's lounge, which is right over here, right over there, I think, is great. Nice facility. Free laundry, 4 showers in there, 4 or 5 showers if I'm not mistaken. Very comfortable seating area. It's a nice place, free coffee. Okay, so you have that. The shop here does a great job taking care of the trailers. If you come in here with an issue, they fix it. Simple as that. So, I can't complain about that one bit. If I'm on the road and I have a problem with the trailer, I tell Jerry, I go to a shop, I get it fixed. Simple as that. So they're great about that. My pay, on time, every time. It's perfect. I think about the only discrepancy I've ever had with pay would be a washout slip or something that either I didn't get it uploaded or there was a glitch in it getting processed through or something like that, or maybe there was a detention issue that was overlooked. And I quite simply called Jerry and say, hey, man, I had 3 hours at this location on this load. I don't see it on my settlement. He said, in most cases, Jerry's already on it. He'd be like, it'll be on next week's. I got it. And it's on next week's. So I don't run any pay issues here. The pay is honest. The pay is straight up. If there's a discrepancy, which is very, very rare, pick up the phone, talk about it, and it'll get corrected. Simple as that, guys. Communication is key. So I don't have any issues with pay. The way I get treated respectfully and fairly. What more can you ask for? Okay, that's great. Are you kidding me? In this day and age where people are rude and belligerent and treat you like crap and then lie to your face. And I mean, my God, just think about these politicians. How about that vegetable in the White House right now? You know, that guy, he can't tell the truth to save his life. I mean, everything that comes out of that clown's mouth is a lie, and it's kind of funny. That's all they accused his predecessor of. He's a liar. He lies all the time. Yeah, Joe Biden, top of my class. You know, I had a 4-year ride to play football at Navy. He's an idiot. Moving on. I don't want to get on my political soapbox. But those clowns lie to us every single day. People in this world lie to us every single day. The media, they lie to us every single day. They all suck. Bruce Oakley, they haven't lied to me one time. Not one time. I can't think of one single time where Bruce Oakley has said anything to me that wasn't true. Some of you guys might not like that. Oh, that's a bad thing about Bruce Oakley. They don't lie. No, it sucks, right? A company that actually has some integrity. Well, what a problem, right? Yeah, I know, guys. It's terrible. Even the Marine Corps lied to me. You know, I mean, my God. I mean, I'm a Marine through and through. Semper Fi, devil dogs. Freaking Marine Corps. Man, they'll blow smoke up your ass so fast. Give me a break. Oakley's never lied to me. So, I can't complain about that. Anyhow, that's really about all I got. It is. Is that good grammar? It's about all I got. That's really all I have. I can't think of anything. I could think of a ton of great things. Some things that maybe, probably aren't the greatest. Things that I expressed earlier. But, if that's the worst of it, so be it. Hey, look at this beautiful day in January. All right? Is it awesome or what? I think it's like 48 degrees out here. Standing here on the river, just hanging out, looking around, spending a moment with you guys, just chilling, talking to you. Wow. Isn't it beautiful? Man, God bless y'all. Hey, hope you're having the best day of your life. If you're interested in Bruce Oakley, hit me up. Be happy to talk to you, help you in any way that I can. jimmysroadlyfe, LYFE, @gmail.com. Email me. Send me your phone number, please, because I'm going to want to call you. I don't want to get into a big back and forth email string. I'd rather talk to you. It's a lot easier for me. Probably going to be a lot easier for you because you can ask a question, I can answer it right away. And we can have a brief conversation, 5, 10, 15 minutes. And you can get a good feel for Oakley. And I can talk to you about what's going on here. And then you can make your decisions accordingly. Whether you want to pursue it or whether you don't or hold off or whatever. It doesn't matter. So if you're interested, hit me up. I'll be happy to help you out. They're good people. It's not for everybody. It's not. Guys, it's not. But they're good people. And if it is for you, it might be something worth checking out. So hit me up. Jimmy's Road Life, again, LYFE @gmail.com. Be happy to help. And again, I hope you guys are having the best day of your life. Okay? Make the best of it. And guys, life is short. It's short. Don't be negative. Don't be a bunch of pissy Debbie Downers. Be positive. Be productive. And something else. I said this previously a couple months ago. Make sure that you tell the people that you appreciate them. It matters. Believe me. Tell them thank you and that they're appreciated, especially your family. Okay? The family that you actually do appreciate. I've got some family I don't really appreciate, so I don't tell them. Okay? But it's important. Make sure you let the people that you care about know that you care about them. All right? I know it goes without saying, but yeah, we as men sometimes, we tend to forget that. So make sure you do that. And to all of my subscribers, thank you. New subscribers, thank you. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Okay? It would really help me out, help the channel. Hit that like button if you like the content that I'm putting out. Thank you. To the people that have allowed me to submit their name as a referral on the subject of saying thank you. Thank you. Again, I really appreciate that. It has tremendously helped my family this year with finances, with some of the downtime that I've had, or a lot of the downtime that I've had with my truck. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day. God bless. We're going to catch you later from the yard at Bruce Oakley. Peace out.